Back in September, the Bengals lost their first matchup against the Browns.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go from Cleveland. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Williams. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now Williams looking to throw on 2nd down.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 26.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb, down right around the 25. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, Williams.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They toss it left side to Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is Jakeem Grant.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
Partner, do we still count this as the holiday season?
A little bit of a gray area, but I think you can.
Okay, well, we just passed it, right? Well, the gifts keep coming to our guy, don't they?
They do.
I mean, think about this now. Clinch the playoff spot. Offensive player of the week in Week 16. I think he's going to keep going. I think he's going to keep firing away. I don't think they pull back at all.
Yeah, and everybody for them rounding into form right now. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Someone came to play today.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage right now.
Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be fourth down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
That's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer. Exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive. Stop them on the first drive defensively.
And it's fielded at the 34. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And you can see they've already clinched the AFC North. As it stands, of course, they would still need to host a game on Wild Card Weekend. But you know, we always talk about how coaches say we want to win that division, and that's the key thing, right?
Oh, that's absolutely right. And that comes all the way down from the front office. They build their teams to win their division first, because if you do that, you guarantee that first game at home. Yeah, if you get the #1 seed in a bye, that's terrific. The bottom line, get into the playoffs. There are a heck of a lot of teams watching that wish they were in your spot.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Williams. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Four yards the pickup, 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Back to throw again. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz
with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Browns are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Jakeem Grant now to return.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened.
Now Burrow loses the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they'll come up now, 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up with safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. This is brought in at the 21.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession.
And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open.
What a connection there for the touchdown.
Seibert on for the PAT. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Grant sets to return it.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals.
And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? Shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 10 catches, 135 yards, and a touchdown. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter play. Burrow will throw.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
And they go play action now. Burrow.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Here we go.
First down. Here's Burrow. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's
what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
A run for Nick Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They give the Chubb out of the gun. Bulldozes past him. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Off play action. Williams. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Only able to work it to the 20 after the nice broken tackle. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Williams. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb.
And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A lot of deflating looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
They'll run with Chubb. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try again with Chubb. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stops short of the goal line down at the 2.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Chubb.
And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Seibert able to knock this one through.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Joe Burrow and the Bengals set to go back on offense.
What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Mixon with a 1st down and more as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. From midfield now, Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a third down. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Flushed out right. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunky yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Burrow on third down. Now Burrow loses the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think at this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air, maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And it's the Saints who have the lead in the second quarter. Jimmy Garoppolo has thrown a touchdown pass. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Ryan Tannehill looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for the Bengals. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Pardon is not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a third and long after that sack we just saw.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
Yeah, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Williams now on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And what a great call defensively there because they decided to bring pressure off the corner. And a lot of times, those big linemen, they can't account for the speed of a defensive back. And that time, he made a beeline right for the quarterback and got him. The cat blitz, tough to defend.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Back to throw. Williams. Being chased at, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The Browns send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
A second and 11 from the 19.
Burrow looking to pass.
Able to find Higgins.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Cleveland offense making their way out.
They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Williams throwing on 1st down. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Here's Williams. Off play action. Now he'll escape to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Williams. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
These two teams, you might recall, met back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Handoff comes to Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the gun, Williams. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Back to throw. Williams. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Browns continue to roll.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
That 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Grant on the return.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in by Adams.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. On third down, Burrow. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Let's go.
With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
Throwing again, it's Burrow.
Now Burrow loses the football.
And this is picked up by the Browns. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, "We've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here?" And on that play, they did.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Looking to throw. Williams. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Back to throw. Williams. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. The Bengals drive about to get going. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the 22, Burrow. Dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. The Bengals on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Higgins. And the Bengals on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 14. A draw play for Mixon. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised him a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped him well short of a first down.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And his Browns defense stands tall. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
The Browns drive about to get started. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And he's got this down to the 35.
Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there. 2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
Get him, boys! Get him, boys!
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to float this one deep right side.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Well, the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns.
And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. On the ground, it's Chubb. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
The Browns send out their punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense. That entire team, but really this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
Returnable here from the 38. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Browns getting set to go. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Caught right side, Tate. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
Burrow will throw.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. See, this defense, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Cleveland, they improved to 14-2 with still one game left to be played in this regular season.